Hey there, boils and ghouls. It's your friend Tats. I'm back with another 4K Blu-ray review, and yeah, we got man. This is a good week for 4K Blu-rays, and man, it's getting better. It's like man, we got all kinds of stuff coming for October, leading into November. We got some good stuff coming, even December. I mean, I'm sure you probably already, if you're in the know, if you follow up on 4K releases or anything like that, you found out that here in December we're getting Black Christmas, from Scream Factory. We're gonna get that on 4K. I can't wait to have that one. Oh man, it's gonna be funny. You think about it though. It's like this year we're gonna get both of Bob Clark's Christmas classics on 4K. So I mean that puts me in a pretty good mood. It's like we're gonna get A Christmas Story in November. You know, which is it's kind of funny how Bob Clark ended up making. I don't know why I got onto Bob Clark all of a sudden, but I promise I'm gonna get to it. But anyway, I just thought that that's funny. That Bob Clark ended up making, the most like, beautiful, not beautiful, but most like well loved, most one of the biggest Christmas classics ever made, A Christmas Story. It's like, and then he turned around, but this was after he made easily the scariest, most frightening Christmas movie ever, which was Black Christmas. So the original Black Christmas, not those two remakes. Okay, we can forget about those. At least in my opinion. Okay, no disrespect to anybody that liked the Black Christmas remakes. But also too, I mean, like in December we got Carrie coming to 4K. It's like, oh man, too bad my ex-girlfriend broke up with me. It's like no, because she loved Carrie. It's like that would have been something we could have watched together, but them's the breaks. Anyway, enough chattering. Let's get to it. Okay, it's already 2 minutes into the video. Today we are going to review. I'm so happy because I'm so happy we finally got something like this. We got the 4K Blu-ray digital Steelbook from Sony of Fright Night. This is awesome. This is such a good movie, and it's nice to finally see it get a really great edition. Like fans of this movie have been waiting for this, And I know, unfortunately, sad to say, we still haven't gotten any kind of a Blu-ray or anything of Tommy Lee Wallace's Fright Night Part 2 from the late 80s. I think that was 89, I think, when that came out. As far as like the remake, sorry, I'm just not really a fan of that. No disrespect to fans of the remake of Fright Night. I just didn't care for it. And that other Fright Night Part 2, that one was just awful. Oh my God. People talked about what a butthead Charlie Brewster was in the remake of Fright Night. In that Fright Night Part 2, he's an even bigger douche nozzle. He's in there talking about, like, in that movie, it's like, in the beginning of the movie, he cheats on Amy, and, like, that's kind of his thing. It's like, Amy's pissed about it, rightfully so. And then the whole movie, he's just like, I don't understand why Amy's pissed at me. I just cheated on her. It's like, damn, man, why can't she just get over it? And it's all like, oh, God, I want to hit you. Anyway, so let's get to this. This movie is amazing, and we got a beautiful steelbook of it. Unfortunately, it's a more kind of the matte finish rather than the glossy, but still, look at that. How gorgeous is that? I mean, when you get a steelbook, something like this is what you want, man. I mean, God, look at that. It's the beautiful poster art for the movie. And look at how that reflects in the light. Look at that. You got the spine, Fright Night. On the back, spoiler alert, there's a vampire in this movie. I think everybody kind of already figured that. But look at this. This is so beautiful. Sony really went balls out with this release. And honestly, if you're a fan of this movie, you're going to want this. This is so cool. Then we open it up. And we got our discs here. We got the 4K Ultra HD right there. We got the Blu-ray with the movie, and feature movie and special features, and then you got the special features Blu-ray here. And man, I tell you, this thing is loaded. This is the edition for Fright Night that people have been wanting for so long, and honestly, it's like I'm actually kind of surprised that Sony was the one that ended up doing this. Usually, this isn't something you usually see from the studios. Usually, this is something you would get from a boutique release. This is something you would get from something like, maybe Scream Factory or Arrow or something like that. You don't usually get this from the studios. you know. But look at this, man. This is awesome, you know. And I can't recommend picking up this edition enough. Um, the sound on it is incredible. Had no issues with the sound or anything like that. So far as I know, you know, researching this, I haven't seen any kind of defects or anything like that. At least not that I'm aware of. The discs play. There's, you know, I didn't see any scratches or smudges or anything like that. At least on my edition. So I mean, I think we ended up getting a really, really cool edition of this movie. Um, this easily is one of the best vampire movies from the 1980s. You know, like I said in my Lost Boys video, you know, there was this, there was Lost Boys, and there was Near Dark. But those three probably stood out as the vampire movies of the 80s. And just this movie has it all. You have great special effects, great soundtrack. You know, the music in the movie is awesome. Just, you know, great performances. You know, Chris Sarandon as the vampire, Jerry Dandridge. Oh my God, he does a great job. And you know, Roddy McDowall. You know, this is. I mean, Roddy McDowall was always a great actor, from Planet of the Apes to Night Gallery to Legend of Hell House and on and on and on. But honestly, I think, you know, this is probably one of if not the absolute best characters he's ever played, was Peter Vincent. And just, you know, Tom Holland, just, you know, not Spider-Man, Tom Holland, the director, the writer director of this movie. Tom Holland is, man, you know, he's known as a master of horror, and rightfully so. Just some of the work he's done. This, Child's Play, you know, the two Stephen King adaptations he's done, you know, Langoliers and Thinner. What else? You know, he wrote Psycho 2, easily one of the best horror sequels ever made. You know, and just on and on. This, oh man, and this thing is just an embarrassment of riches. Really quick, now that I'm thinking about it, really quick though, for the digital enthusiasts out there, if someone gives you the digital code for this and you redeem it, you do get the 4K version. So just so you know, so yeah, so hopefully if you luck out, somebody picks this up and they're just like, I don't really want, you know, the digital or anything, and they give it to you. It's like, you know, be happy in knowing you're gonna get the 4K version. So that's cool. But just, oh man, just wow. And this movie does look really nice on 4K. Not so much in the beginning, like around the beginning of the movie, it's not going to really blow you away. It's not going to be really till we start getting into the, you know, the effects and everything else of the movie, especially into the third act. The third act is really where the HDR and the, you know, the 4K is really going to flex its muscles and really give you a good visual experience. That being said, you know, yeah, sorry, a lot of practical effects in here, and some of them, they looked obvious then, they still look obvious now. Like, for example, the, you know, when Evil Ed is attacking Peter Vincent, you know, he turns into a wolf and he falls, you know, and Peter Wolf impales him with, you know, the stair railing, whatever. And you know, he's transforming back. You can see, like, there's one part specifically will stand out. You see his hand kind of like coming back. You could tell what they did was they made like a wax cast of the actor's hand, or somebody's hand anyway, and then they, you know, they melted it, but they filmed it in reverse, so it looks like his hand is becoming just a regular hand again and stuff. There are some parts of the, you know, basically what I'm saying, some of the effects are still going to look pretty obvious, but that being aside, that's the only caveat. But anyway, still, it gives the HDR definitely gives the movie, you know, a bit of a darker kind of, you know, lends more to the gothic atmosphere of the film, which, you know, just yeah, it just makes it for a really good viewing experience, and especially into the cellar in the finale and everything. So just yeah. But this is definitely one you're going to want, and we're being spoiled this year, folks, for Christmas, or well, for Christmas, for Halloween this year. I mean, you know, like just some of the, you know, some of the releases we've been getting and stuff, and this is beautiful. And unfortunately, I didn't have the money for it at this moment, but I do want to pick up the, like Sony just put out a 4K steelbook for Bram Stoker's Dracula. I want to get that one too. That's going to be awesome. But overall, I mean, look at this. This is just so cool. This is so nice, you know, just wow. And can't say enough good things about it. And we are loaded with special features, my friends. We are loaded. So anyway, we have new special features, which include Fright Night 30th anniversary script read, the Queer Lens Brian Fuller in conversation with Amanda Beers. Amanda Beers, it's like, yeah, she was Amy in this movie, but I do think pretty much everybody's always going to remember her as Marcy from Married with Children. She's done other films and stuff like that, done television, things like that, but I think she's always going to be remembered as Marcy Darcy from Married with Children. A novel approach, the splatterpunk story of the Fright Night novelization, deleted scenes storyboards, SFX storyboard comparisons, Hollison beta spec trailer with an introduction by Tom Holland. Okay. We have audio commentary with writer-director Tom Holland, actors Chris Sarandon and Jonathan Stark, moderated by filmmaker Tim Sullivan. Audio commentary with writer-director Tom Holland, actors William Ragsdale and Stephen Jeffries, effects artist Randall Cook, moderated by journalist Jeremy Smith and filmmaker Tim Sullivan. You're So Cool, Brewster, the story of Fright Night. That's a huge feature-length documentary about the making of the movie. And part of it goes to Fright Night Part 2, I think. Let's see. What is Fright Night? Tom Holland writing horror. Roddy McDowell from Apes to Bats. Tom Holland and Amanda Beers talk Fright Night. Roundtable with Tom, Stephen, and William. Shock Till You Drop presents Choice Cuts with Tom Holland and Ryan Turek. Yeah, I think that's vintage, EPK, theatrical trailers, and more. So here you go. This is just an embarrassment of riches. And like I said, it's amazing that we actually got this from a studio release. Like I said, this would be something you would get this is something you would much more get like on a, from a boutique company and everything. But everything about this is a lovely addition. And like I said, just, in the beginning of the movie, the 4K isn't going to really blow you away so much, but as the movie picks up and you start getting into the awesome horror elements of the film, oh yeah, the 4K is really going to shine, and there are some moments in here, it's like, oh man, it just looks gorgeous, and I'm so happy we got this. And this is it, in this gorgeous Steelbook edition. So I would definitely say, yeah, if you're a fan of this movie, or, if you want to get into this movie, this is the way to go. Pick this up. You're going to love it. It's not, you're not going to be sorry you got this, especially if you love a great vampire film, which this is. So that's it. So if anybody took the time to watch this, thank you for doing it. I appreciate you for doing it. I honestly hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like. If you haven't already, please go and subscribe to my other channel, or my other channel. This is my channel. Jesus, what's wrong with me today? I'm a little too excited, too many awesome horror 4Ks coming out, man. Let me tell you. If you get a chance, check out my my review on the Criterion Night of the Living Dead 4K. And tomorrow, I was hoping I was going to get it up today, but tomorrow, hopefully I'll be able to get up my review for Army of Darkness on 4K. So that's it, everybody. Take care of my boils and ghouls. I'll see you all later.